17 of the 2023 season. And we'll be watching Terry McLaurin, third in the league in catches this season and ready for more this week. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
BA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Brennan Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 16 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Robinson will try to pick it up. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like the angles of the tackles came from. They secured inside, took all the contact. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Play action now. Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. From the 41, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Pollard fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Pollard again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 40-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They run in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today, Paul.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. His throw incomplete. from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brissett. Checks this one down to Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second down and a run by Robinson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On the draw, Robinson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play fake, Brissett. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we have to talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett back to Gibson, and another catch for him. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Brissett. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down throw for Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down, Prescott. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Maher is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brissett now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Brissett throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Steps up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Brissett. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. To throw, Brissett. And a dump off here to Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on second down. Brissett, throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a gain of 34.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He's had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Moore, and good. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense back out there as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. From the 27, Brissett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Brissett. And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brissett on first down. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On On second and very short, Brissett. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Brissett. He'll find Gibson here complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Sly able to put this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. The touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Prescott to throw it. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On 2nd and 9, Prescott.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Washington on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Prescott on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On second down, Prescott again. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Pollard. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a give here to Pollard. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They got a yard on first, 2 on 2nd, and 3 here on 3rd. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, if you're ever going to try the fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot on. The problem was the execution. It was not.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This is Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Brissett's throw complete to Dotson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for the Cowboys, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.